Hello students, welcome back to studies. We will go ahead and learn to solve a couple of basic algebraic expression problems taken from the mathematics textbook for class 7 by NCERT. Please don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to our channel. Also, refer to my introductory video to know the basics of algebraic expressions, the link for which I will be giving in the description box. Let us get started. Now, this example requires us to find out the coefficients of x in the given expressions. So there are how many expressions? 1, 2, 3, 4 expressions are given. In each of these expressions, we need to find out the coefficients of x. Let us first, in the first column, let us write the given expressions. Okay. Now in the second column, let us find out all those terms in the expression which has x as its factor. Okay, so term with the factor x. And the last column, we need to find out the coefficients. Right, so let us find out the coefficient of x. Now, let me quickly take you back to the basics. If I have to write 4x minus 3y, how can I write 4x minus 3y in terms of factors? Okay, so we have 4x minus 3y. Fine. Now, if you have to remember the tree diagram. Now, this expression is made up of two terms. Which are those two terms? You have 4x and then you have minus 3y. Okay, these are the two terms of the given expression. So you have 4x and minus 3y. So now this is what is called as the terms. And then you find out the factors. So what are the factors of 4x? It is 4 and x. What are these called as? These are called as the factors. And what about minus 3y? Minus 3y, you have minus 3 into y. Okay, so now this is something that we have already studied in the tree diagram. You can go back and refer to my previous video on the introductory part of algebraic expressions, wherein I've dealt in detail with all these aspects. Let us go ahead and now solve the first expression, 4x minus 3y. Which this particular expression is made up of two terms. So one is 4x and the second term is minus 3y, right? Now, out of these two terms, which is that term which has x as its factor? Okay, for the first problem I've written over here, right? So you have 4x and you have minus 3y, two terms. Minus 3y. There is y over here. There is no x in this term, but there is x in the first term, 4x. So this is that term where you have the coefficient x. So which is the term with the factor x? It is 4x. Right? Now, what is the coefficient of x? What is the letter or what is the number or both which is attached to x? So what is the factor which is there along with x? You have 4. So this is the coefficient of x. Remember, if there is no sign, then in algebra, in mathematics, it is plus. Okay. Let us go ahead into the let us go ahead in solving the second problem. 8 minus x plus y. Now, if you look into this particular expression, how many terms are there in this expression? There are 3 terms, right? You have 8, you have minus x, and you have plus y. So this is an expression with three terms. Now, which is that term in this expression that has x as its factor? So 8 does not have x along with it. Y does not have x along with it. You have the term x. So which is the term with factor x? Please don't forget to put the sign before that, right? So you have the term with the factor x is minus x. When there is no number, how many x's it represents? It represents 1x. Okay, so moving forward, now tell me what is the coefficient of x over here? What is that particular letters or numbers or combination of letters and numbers that is accompanying x, which is also the factors, right? You have minus 1. So the coefficient of x is minus 1. Okay, students? Fine. We'll go ahead and check what is the third problem. Y square x minus y. So y square x minus y. Can you tell me how many terms are there in this expression? This expression is made up of two terms, right? It is a two-term expression. And which is that term which has factor x in it? Which is the term which has got factor x in it? The first term has x in it. So which is that factor? Y square minus x is the factor which has x in it. Now, moving ahead, can you tell me what is the coefficient of x? What is that letter or number or combination of both that accompanies x? You have plus y square. Remember, if there is nothing, no number attached to it, then it is 1. So either you can write plus 1y square or you can simply write y square. Not a problem at all. Okay. Moving to the next problem, you have 2z minus 5xz. So the next expression that we have is 2z minus 5xz. Now this is also an expression with two terms. Yes, it is made up of 2z and minus 5xz. So which is that particular term here which has x as its factor? 2z does not have x, so forget about it. X is present over here, right? So the factor which has the the term which has the factor x in it is minus 5xz. Students, please note, you are not supposed to forget the sign. Sign has to be written. Okay. In the first case, it is plus. Okay. Now, out of this term which has the factor x, what is its coefficient? So leave x and then write all other letters or numbers which accompany x. So it is minus 5z. So this is the coefficient of x. Okay, so you need to leave x and whatever rest is there, that has to be written. So here we are leaving x, writing rest of it. Here we are leaving x and writing y square. Here we are leaving x and writing the remaining coefficient, right? Remaining factors. We are leaving x and then whatever is remaining that we write. So that is the coefficient of x. Okay, I hope you all have followed this. Let us solve the next problem. Okay, so what are the coefficients of y? Now in this problem, they have asked you to find out the coefficient of y. So always it is not necessary that they ask x. Okay, in this problem, they have asked y. Let us go ahead and solve it. I've written already the expressions. So in the second column, we need to write the term with factor. Now they've asked y. So we write the factors, the term which has got the factor y. Okay. And then the question asked is find out the coefficient of y. Okay. Now, in the first expression, 4x minus 3y, this one, right? I've written over here 4x minus 3y. How many terms are there in this expression? It is a two-term expression, 4x and minus 3y. Now, in this problem, they've asked you to find out the coefficient of y. In the previous problem, they've asked you to find out the coefficient of x. Okay, now here, which is that particular term which has got y as its factor? Minus 3y. Y is over here. As such, the term with factor y is minus 3y. And what is the coefficient of y? What is attached to y? It is minus 3. That's the coefficient of y. Moving ahead, let's go to the second problem. 8 plus yz. Okay, so where is y? Now this is also an expression with two terms. Y is there in the second term. Okay, as such, the term which has the factor y is plus yz. As I told you, if there is no number, it is 1. So what's the coefficient of y? Leave y and whatever rest is there, that you need to write. So it is plus 1z, or you can simply write it as z. Both are correct. Fine. Can you all solve now the third one by yourself? How many terms are there in this expression? There are two terms, right? It is made up, this expression is made up of two terms. And which is the term which has y in it? Correct. The first term has got the factor y, right? So we write over here yz square. Sign is plus. If there is no number, it is 1. Now finding out what the coefficient of y is, leave y and whatever remaining things are there, that you need to write over here. So it is plus 1z square, or you can simply write it as z square. Both are right. Okay. Now the last expression that is given is my plus m. So this expression is also made up of two terms, and the first term has y in it as its factor, right? As such, the term with factor y is my. Okay, sign is plus, no number means it is 1, right? So what is the coefficient of y? Leave y and whatever rest is there, you write over here. So 1 n, or you can simply write n. Okay. So you need to first identify that term which has the given factor, and then find out what is attached with that particular factor. So in this second problem, they were asked to find out the coefficient of y. So first find out in the expression which is that term which has got y attached to it, and for coefficient you need to find out what is attached to that y. Okay, so this is how you are going to solve the problems. Remember, it is not necessary that every time they ask you x and y, it can be any letters depending upon the problem that is being given. Okay, now say for example, in case if they've asked you to find out the coefficient, so let me put it over here. Okay, so let us say they've asked you to find out the coefficient of a in the given expression. Okay? And the given expression is, just give me a minute. And the given expression is, let us say, 4a plus 3b minus 2c plus 10. Okay, so this is the expression that is given. Okay, so how many terms are there in this expression? This is a 4-term expression. So which are the 4 terms? Okay, which are the 4 terms of this expression? You have 4a plus 3b, right? Then please don't forget to put the sign that is there in the in the front of the letters or the numbers, minus 2c and plus 10. So what are these? The first, what they've given, this is what is called as expression, right? What is this called as? These are called as the terms of the expression. Okay, so these are the terms of the expression. Next, we can find out the factors. Okay, so what are the factors? Just give me a minute. Okay, what are the factors of each term? You can find out the factor, right? So let me put this as 3b square. Okay, and let me put this as 2c cube. Let us see how it will look like. So 4a is made up of 4 into a. Correct? So these are the factors of 4a. How about 3b square? 3b square is made up of 3 into b into b. So 3 into b is 3b square. How about 2c to the power 3? Which are the factors of this term? You have minus 2 c into c into c. Okay, and coming to the last one is made up of only one factor. It is plus 10. So what are these? All these are called as the factors. Okay, these are called as the factors. So can we look into the coefficient? What is the coefficient of a? Now they have asked you in this problem, what was the first thing that has been asked? Find out the coefficient of a, right? What is the coefficient of a? Find out where a is. This particular expression has a in the first term. Okay, so this is the term. What is this for a? Term with the factor, factor a. And what is the coefficient? What is attached to a? 4. So 4 is the coefficient of a in the given. So if you remember the tree diagram, the whole problem, the whole working of the problems under this particular unit turns out to be much more easy. Okay, students, with that note, I'll end this particular video. Please check my previous videos where I have uploaded introduction to basic algebraic expressions, as well as part 1 where we started where we did the basic problems on the algebraic expressions. So this is part 2. In my next video, we'll go ahead and look into the like terms and the unlike terms. In case if you like this particular video, please hit that like button and then subscribe to our channel. With that note, I'll end this video. Thank you so much and have a nice learning experience.